Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Our journey continues through the 2023 starter decks. 30 new decks, 15 Alchemy, 15 standard versions of both that are unlocked for free through the new player experience within Magic the Gathering Arena. So we've done our best to make them all as competitive as possible. In today's video, we have Mono Blue. This is aerial domination. We are taking to the skies and we are going to deal a lot of damage and tempo out some wins. We'll break down the deck list, talk about some strategies, some synergies that are included within the list, demonstrate all of this within our gameplay footage, finally wrapping up with our final thoughts and deck review. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help support future content just like this. Let's take a look at the deck. Here we are, aerial domination within Alchemy. This is a 60 card deck with a 2.0 average mana value, 16 creatures, 20 non-creatures, 24 land. Let's go. We have flyers, baby. We're taking to the skies and we are drawing cards, countering spells, bouncing stuff, protecting our own stuff, and just winning a lot of matches. So let's take a look at some of the most powerful cards in the deck first that we want to prioritize to get into play as early as possible to protect, to keep us on the path to victory. So first of all, it's the Faerie Vandal for 2, a 1/2 with flash and flying, and whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on the Vandal, right? So the flash is here. It's fantastic. It can enter if you don't have to do anything else to interact with your opponent to stabilize for the time being, and it's the +1/+1 counter whenever we draw that we just go wild with, right? Like this Faerie Vandal is going to be a 5/6 or larger. We have the Stormchaser Drake as well as a creature. It is a 2/1 for 2 flying. When it becomes a target of a spell you control, draw a card. So obviously our opponent's going to want to remove this, so we're not drawing cards. We can now protect it and do exactly what they were trying to stop, draw cards, right? So the Stormchaser Drake is absolutely fantastic, and because now we have both a creature with flying that grows every time we draw, and a creature with flying that draws every time we target it, we are, really looking to upset our opponent. Aside from that, it is draw, protection. There's a few more creatures in here, but really it is just those two that we are prioritizing. Aside from that, it's combat research for 1. An aura, enchant creature you control, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Holy Toledo. So the nice thing here is it's 1 mana, so it's easy to put into play. It would trigger your Drake, keep in mind, for the draw, and then because it's so cheap, we can protect it with some of our other spells on top, right? We have Negate in the deck, countering non-creatures, putting, Essence Capture, countering creature spells, and then actually targeting, hopefully, our Drake as well to put a +1/+1 counter on it. So it's nice that you can actually counter one of their spells while simultaneously triggering your Drake as well, making it larger, which is quite nice as we continue to beat down our opponent. Aside from that, it's the Disruptor as a flyer. It's going to tap, open up our attack lanes when it enters play, which is quite nice. A 1/1 with flying. And then the Cloudkin Seer as a 2/1 for 3, also with flying. When it enters play, draw a card, triggering those Vandals, which is quite nice. And then finally, the Young Blue Dragon for 5 as a 3/4 with flying, but it does have that sorcery speed adventure on it, which is quite nice. Scry 1, then draw a card for 2. Again, triggering that Vandal if you happen to have it in play. Aside from that, it's a lot of protection. Slip out the back. For 1 at instant speed, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It phases out. Shore Up, also for 1 at instant speed. Target creature you control gets +1/+1, and it gains hexproof until the end of turn. Untap it, which is actually kind of nice both offensively and defensively here. We have Fading Hope. Return target creature to its owner's hand. If its mana value was 3 or less, scry 1. Again, so, a very versatile spell that we can use both offensively and defensively, protecting our own, or much like the Disruptor, opening up one of our attack lanes. We talked about the Capture and the Negate. We also have Impulse. This is not a draw effect, keep in mind, but it's good to sort through your library at instant speed, looking at the top 4, putting 1 into your hand and the rest in the bottom of the library in any order. This really just helps us find one of our creatures if we don't already have them. Thirst for Knowledge is our preferred draw here for 3 at instant speed, drawing 3 cards, then discarding 2 cards unless you discard an artifact card, in which we can through the Disruptor. We don't really care too much about the discard. It's just the draw that we like to accomplish, right? And then we've got some islands in here for consistency's sake. Not going too crazy, but again, you could easily fix it, and I should have done this already. Land, uncommon, common. It's not basic, it's the gates. Just 2 copies of the gates. It's easy. And we'll trim here. So that's a Seek late game. It's quite nice. You can activate it at instant speed, but it's only 1 activation. And something of an oversight, but again, after you see today's matches, it's not needed. It's pretty cool. Adds a little bit for sure, and something that should definitely be there. So I hope you enjoy the list. Again, that's in the description below. Let's play this deck, test it out, and see how it performs. We already know. It's good. It freaking slaps, dude. And one of the better decks if you're looking to play within Alchemy, as far as I'm concerned. That Young Blue Dragon is really, really quite nice, along with like the Winged World, something that we didn't actually mention. Sorcery Speed, draw 1 less to cast. If you control a creature with flying, to draw 2, again, triggering that Vandal. This one slipped through our gaze, I think. Oh, and Memory Deluge. Right in front of us here. Again, not a draw, but a very good spell. Much like Impulse, instant speed for 4, looking at the top X, putting 2 into your hand, and then you can flash it from the grave, looking at the top 7. So first you look at 4, then you look at 7. It's crazy, right? What a good card. Probably just helping us find our creatures, helping us find combat research, something like this. Maybe we're looking for protection. Who knows? And that's the nice thing about it, is it can find whatever we want. Anyways, that's the deck list. Let's play some Magic. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help support the channel. Let go. Going first with a really aggressive hand. We like it. Getting that Drake out on turn 2 is good enough, but having that turn 1 as well, that's a clock. I don't really want to tap myself in case they have haste and I want to block. Take the hit first. Kill my Drake. I'm gonna hold on to it. I want to play the Drake until that ghast is gone. The death effect with the -1 would get me. Can't have it. I just realized this is sorcery, not instant speed, but that's fine. We'll get to it. We're really in no rush. For 1 here. Now they probably do take the Cloudkin, and now we have protection for the Drake, so whatever. This should be instant speed. That would be really cool. Hmm. 3 damage. I mean, I just don't care, do I? Takes the draw, that's okay. Here's my Drake. Good for 3. I mean, we're keeping pace, if not setting it ourselves, right? We'll probably land and grab our next land so we can play this on 5 with a 6 to hold up. Shore up. There it is. Not the Drake. You can have it. You can absolutely have that. I'm only protecting the Stormchaser. Prioritizing our protection. So now maybe this young Drake instead is going to find some more protection for the Stormchaser. Ooh, the outcasts are good. I'm going to block the heck out of that. You do find the protection. Oh. mean, sorcery speed's not great, but a draw is good. Especially since we can cast it this turn. Let's just go for it. I know the double team. Whatever. I think we can race. I think they're going to target this Drake again. And that's A-okay. They are dealing quite a bit of damage here. Five damage. Takes us to 11. These are all Thieflings, Devils, and Rogues, so that is good for them. Alright, they're gonna hit for a lot more next turn. But we can counter it. We can Dragon next turn. I do want to get this Essence Capture out, though. Stop this Thiefling. Thefling? Target the Drake for the draw. Oh my gosh. No. Pretty cool, huh? They may choose to go for the removal on it. They're like, oh, I hate that. I'm going to kill this Drake. Not today. Oh, well, it gets replaced, even if they got it, right? Beautiful. Well, that is a card. Ooh! 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're good to go. I believe we have lethal. They're tapped out, so only hitting for a little bit. Do not mind. On the Drake. One on the Disruptor. There's lethal. Easy, right? Going first with a really nice hand, let's be honest. Combat Research with a Faerie Vandal. Damn, dude. Player 239048. Let's see what you've got. What a name, you know, fantastic. Past turn. I mean, we've got the counter creature up. I doubt it. Ooh. You can interplay. You're allowed. I'll allow it. Do not cut me down. Just don't shoot there. I mean, you can. It's fine. I get it. Good play. Full take Surge. Yeah. Look! Third land off the top. Let's go. This turn. Probably a similar vibe here for this turn. 18. That's fine. I know we could block, but let's just dodge anything at sorcery speed, please. Settle down. Anvil's good. Not quite tapping them out yet. True Gentleman sacks the blood token organically for the Yep, nice. Okay, beautiful. Throwing out a Sheoldred though. Now that is suspect. Yikes, does that mean they have a second or they know that we have on that counter there? Crazy. All right. Combat research on the Vandal. Let's go. Not the protection we want. Hopefully we draw it here. Oop. It's fine. Not a problem. I don't mind, you know. I get that they have life gain, we don't, but I think we can overcome them eventually. This is going to be a good start, you know. Oh, boom, roasted. Absolutely, baby. Get out of here, Sheoldred. I mean, free-to-play deck for 2 Sheoldreds? I don't even feel bad. Going first. Vandal in hand, Drake in hand. What more could you ask for? What about a little bit of... I guess it's not protection that triggers either of them, but it's still pretty good. And then, you know, of course, that instant speed on the back end. And there is the single target protection. Interesting. Pass turn. Vandal on flash. Drake main phase after. We let the attack through. Oh, I almost clicked it. Flash our Vandal in. Beautiful. Attack first, for 1. Aha. And then the Drake. Now we have Slip Out the Back active to protect both of our creatures. Well, either or, I should say. Deadly Dispute on the Witch. Making a treasure, drawing 2 cards, drafting a card from the Witch's spellbook. One might call that pretty good value. Third land, 4 available mana. Another Witch. Pretty good. Frog. Interesting. Let's just take the turn. Land in play. Big attack. Let's race 4-3. And turn. I mean, we have counter up. We have single target protection. We have the draw 2. Well, draw 3 actually, but I don't mind if they hit for 2. We win this race straight up. Interesting. It's not all that bad. Vandal go Vroom, and we already have good card draw within the research. Right? The Vandal's always going to do more damage than the Drake. Even though the Drake is fantastic, right? Let's be honest. But here it is. So you can have it. Prioritizing my Slip Out on the Vandal. Here's a Drake. Hold up Negate. Or research the Drake, take the draw, triggers the Vandal, still have Slip Out the Back. land in play, we actually gain Negate as well, which is pretty cool. Let's hit for 3. And I just want to race, because I think that we will win because we've got, you know, that Vandal that grows, right? And have them lose one of their attacks as well, like for that kind of like last turn thing. Oh wow, and they're killing their creatures, so... Oh man. Hashtag tempted. Can't do it. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Tempting, you can definitely see the value that we'd gain because they sacrificed a creature. This is fine. You know, we're in that race. We're winning the damage / tempo based race. Again, I just don't think I care. The life gain is good, don't get me wrong. But you're not touching my Drake. You're not touching my Vandal. And those are the important things. You can have a Witch, that's fine. Oh my gosh. Gazoon tight, Dougie. We don't have enough for the dragon. I think I just pulled every muscle in my neck. Oh my gosh. Can't tell if that's the stress from the game or from my sneezes. Just kidding. It's a lovely game. It's not stressful. This is fun, right? BigHit.com for 6. Winning that race. We hold up, slip out the back, and negate. We have lethal next turn. Ooh, and Fading Hope to interrupt any tempo that they may have themselves. I'm going to say this is looking pretty locked up. Hate to jump the gun, and I won't. I'm not the premature clapper / good gamer. But I like our positioning. It's not bad. We can afford to take 4. That's no problem. Down to 10. As long as our life is more than theirs, right? It's as simple as that. Life gain. Bringing back a Witch. 3 mana up. You just had to give me an excuse, huh? This will give us our final point of damage to 7. There's the Negate on the Grasp. Game my friend. Oh boy. Going first. Loving the 3-land hand and the Vandal with a Drake certainly doesn't hurt. We do love to have a couple creatures in the opening hand, and you know the mana to cast them certainly doesn't hurt. Turn 1 Witch, nice. Last turn. We're gonna Vandal up first. Hopefully they tap. Yeah, beautiful. Let's go. Now we can protect that Vandal. We can Drake and protect it as well. We can Vandal again next turn. Let's hit for 1. AO River. I wish I had AO in this deck, but it's I don't know. Did we get a copy of AO? I'll have to look at the white deck. I don't think we did. Interesting. Blood Sprout Talisman. Enters the battlefield tapped. I don't think I've ever seen that card. No blocks, hit for 2. Nice. A 3rd Witch. The Shuffler is fine. Let's take the lead, bringing them down to 16. Now they're going to have some life gain here. sure of it. Just chilling. It's Vandal and... unless they tap out, we'll see. If they tap out, we might Vandal Impulse. This isn't a draw, keep in mind. Two mana up is definitely not tapping out. That is, though. That is indeed. Second Faerie. Let's impulse it up. I mean, probably just the draw. Let's be responsible. It activates the Vandal triggers. One Seer. Land. But again, you know, that double trigger on the Vandal's really gonna help increase the rate at which this clock decays at for our opponent. Lethal on 3. Well, potentially a little bit earlier. We'll see though. 4, 6, 7, 8. Potentially, you know, next turn on 9. We'll see though. We might have to resist this turn to protect a creature. Well, that kind of secures lethal for us, I think, doesn't it? Oh, they're going to gain some life here. It's a blocker. Pretty good. We will bounce it, though. I think that still gives us lethal. I'm actually quite looking forward to Flyers with the new set. We've seen some new cards with flying. Soldiers. 3. Is other soldiers flying or something? Good game, thank you. Going first with, again, just a perfect hand. If, of course, it plays out. I like the shore up, which really should help us. Especially if they're playing slow. Oh. Oh. Faerie Vandal. He will not be protected. Well, next turn. So let's just apply more pressure. Pick up 1. And turn shore up, Fading Hope, or you save us here. Hope, kind of, sort of, maybe. Tenacious Underdog. Yannick. I'd have never guessed. Let me guess, your next card is the Fiend. Take your damage, that's fine. Spread our value. For 1, Vandal goes to a 2/3 defensively. We have protection. I'm assuming it's an Adeline. I can't say that I enjoy that. sucks, but I don't want to act too hastily. The life gain is annoying, don't get me wrong, but maybe we can win a value-based match. Vandal will outpace Adeline. Alright, this looks like a shore up. We untap. We have hexproof. Then it can attack. Taking a decent amount of damage here. The Fading Hope will hit it, and then we'll Essence capture it, hopefully. Main face the Vandal. I know, right? Who are you? Attack. Draw a double Vandal trigger. The land. Perfect. Literally our best case scenario. In turn. Land untapped. Catilda. There's on the Drake, draw a card. I think it's worth countering. Now the Faerie Vandal. So close. We're gonna take this 5 here. I hate it. Go Seer, go, draw a card. And take another draw. It's good for next turn. Good blockers. Good blockers. Oh, wow. Woof. Let's drop everybody back down to size, okay? That was really funny and all. But I'll see ya in our next match, my friend. Well, you're not hardcore. Aerial Domination. You know, a pretty cool deck. It is drastically different from the one that you may find in the new player experience. However, it's also a lot better. You know, some of these starter decks are not good. They should be embarrassed for, you know, trying to get people to play them, I guess. Maybe they like to, you know, start people off easy. Then there's always room for improvement. You know, it's easy to improve from there. But dang, those decks suck. So we've improved them. I hope you enjoy them. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, like I said, we have both standard and alchemy versions of all the different starter decks. We butcher some more than others, and the monocolored decks definitely more than others as well, right? So again, just doing our best to make sure that they are as competitive as possible, whether that means destroying the old versions or not. It's whatever, right? You guys just want to win Magic. I get it. Me too. have some fun along the way. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help support. Have a magical day, and we'll check you out in the next one. That's so weird, dude. Do not check me out. Please check yourself out of this video.